if you don't have it out already. Alrighty, so check your understanding questions, section 8, topic 2, question number 1. Select all that must be quadrilaterals. Okay, so we're going to highlight each of these answers and that are correct. All right, so select all a figure with interior angles 100 degrees, 72 degrees, 91 degrees, and 87 degrees. Okay, so the important thing about this question is that we need to make sure that these 4 angles, since it's the interior angles of a quadrilateral, we know that those have to add up to 360. Okay, so we need to add up all 4 of those measures and see if they equal 360. So the easiest way to do this is just in your calculator. Okay, so you do 100 plus 72 plus 91 plus 87, and you get 350 when you add all those together in your calculator. Okay, since you get 350, okay, you are not going to select that because that's not 360. Okay, it's 350. All right, so we want to make sure those 4 would add up to 360, so we can cross that one off. It's not correct. All right, a figure with exactly 4 sides. So what is a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a figure with 4 sides. So let's highlight that one. All right, a figure with exterior angles 93 degrees, 68 degrees, 117 degrees, and 82 degrees. Okay, this one would be, the way that we can figure out how it can be is if they add up to 360. Okay, the first one was at interior angles. This one is exterior angles. Luckily for quadrilaterals, the interior angles add up to 360 as well as the exterior angles. Okay, the exterior angles on any polygon add up to 360. Okay, so we're going to add up these 4 angle measures in our calculator and see if they equal 360. So 93 plus 68 plus 117 plus 82. When we add that all together, we do get 360. Okay, so that is a correct answer. Next up, a figure with interior angles 170 degrees, 50 degrees, 100 degrees, and 40 degrees. Okay, so now we're back to interior angles, which also add up to 360. So we're going to go in our calculator, add those together, 170 plus 50 plus 100 plus 40. And we do get 360, so we can highlight that. All right, a figure with 2 separate pairs of opposite parallel sides. Okay, so that one's kind of wordy. 2 separate pairs, so 2 separate pairs. A pair is 2, right? But there's 2 pairs. So this one's kind of the same thing as a figure with exactly 4 sides. Okay, it's got 2 separate pairs of opposite parallel sides. Okay, so this is kind of like a parallelogram that they're talking about. Okay, which is a quadrilateral. So let's highlight that one. All right, and then lastly, a figure with 3 diagonals. Okay, when we look at a quadrilateral, okay, I'm just going to draw a basic one here. Okay, how many diagonals does it have? Okay, diagonals connect the vertices, opposite vertices. Okay, so if we connect this opposite vertice and this opposite vertice, okay, there's no other way to connect those. Okay, there's only 2 diagonals in a quadrilateral. Okay, so if it's a figure with 3 diagonals, it is not going to be a quadrilateral because quadrilaterals only have 2. All right, moving on. Question number 2, quadrilateral WXYZ has interior angles that meet the following criteria. Angles W and X are congruent. The smallest angle measure is 100 degrees less than twice the measure of angle W, and the largest angle measure is 10 degrees more than twice the measure of angle X. Okay, so in this one, it's a little complicated. We're going to use a lot of space here, but that's going to be okay. All right, so starting with the first part, it says W and X are congruent. So what we can write down on our paper is that W equals X. Okay, next thing we can say, okay, it says that the smallest angles measured is 100 degrees less than twice the measure of W. Okay, so we can choose either Y or Z as our smallest angle and just go from there. Okay, I'm just going to choose Y as our smallest angle. If you chose Z, that's fine. It doesn't matter which one you choose as long as you don't choose that one as the largest angle as well. Okay, so Y is our smallest angle, so Y equals 100 degrees less than twice the measure of W. So we're going to do 2W minus 100, okay? 100 degrees less than 2 times W is Y, okay? All right, so we got our equation for that one. And then lastly, we have the largest angle's measure is 10 degrees more than twice the measure of X. So if Y was our smallest angle, we're going to choose Z as our largest angle now. So we've got Z equals 10 more than twice the measure of X. So we're going to do 2X plus 10 because it's 10 more. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Yeah, 10 more than twice the measure of angle X. Okay, so now we have all of our equations. Okay, and basically what we're going to want to do, okay, it's talking about the interior angles of a quadrilateral. So we know that when we're doing this, W plus X plus Y plus Z must equal what? What's the measure of interior angles? 360. Okay, so they have to add up to 360. Okay, and that's way too many variables. So we kind of want to get all of these into one variable. Okay, just one variable in this, which we can do. Okay, so I'm going to choose W as the one variable that we're going to use. So starting with W, we just leave. Okay, we've got, let's go over here. We've got W. Actually, oops. Got W plus X, which, what did we say about X? X equals W. So W plus, for Y, we have 2W minus 100. So plus 2W minus 100. All right, and then lastly, plus Z. What do we have for Z? We've got 2X plus 10. Okay, what do we know about X? X is congruent or equal to W. So instead of writing 2X plus 10, let's write 2W plus 10. And what are we setting that all equal to? We just did this. We're setting it equal to 360. Okay? All right, from there, what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to combine like terms and solve for W. Okay? So we've got W plus 2W plus 2W. Okay? Our like terms are WW, 2W, and 2W. Okay? W plus W is 2W, plus 2W is 4W, plus 2W is 6W. So we've got 6W when we combine like terms. And then our other like terms, we've got negative 100 and positive 10. Negative 100 plus 10 is going to give me negative 90. And that's all equal to 360 still. All right, from here, we're going to add 90 on both sides. Okay, 6W equals 360 plus 90 is 450. And then we're going to divide by 6 on both sides, and we're going to get, do it in our calculator, 450 divided by 6 is going to give me 75. So now we have an answer for W, but when we look back at the question, it says find the smallest angle in the quadrilateral. What did we say our smallest angle was? We said it was Y. So what's the equation we have for Y? 2W minus 100. Okay, so all we're going to do is plug that into the equation. So Y equals 2 times 75 minus 100. 2 times 75 is 150. Minus 100 equals 50. Okay, so our smallest angle is 50 degrees. Okay? All right. If you have any questions on that, make sure you put it in the comments. All right, and then lastly, number 3. So this kind of looks like we went into number 3, but that's just taking up the space. All right, so this one says they want us to find the measure of angle C. Okay, we're going to kind of do, anytime we're dealing with quadrilaterals, okay, the adjacent angles. Actually, no, this is just a quadrilateral, not a parallelogram. Okay, so since we're dealing with a parallelogram, not a parallelogram, a quadrilateral, all we have to do is add all 4 of these sides together and set it equal to 360. Okay, I can write out all of these and add them together and then set them equal to 360, kind of like I did here. Or if you want, you can right off the bat combine like terms since they all are the same terms. Okay, so if we look at our terms, we've got 12x, 7x, 15x, and 4x. Okay, those are all our like terms. So let's add those numbers together. 7 plus 12 plus 4 plus 15 gives me 38. Okay, so we've got 38x. And then our other like terms are these constants right here. So we've got 19 plus 3 minus 3 minus 1. We should get 18, okay, which it's positive 18. So plus 18. And remember, all 4 interior angles have to add up to 360. So we're going to set that equal to 360. Okay? From there, we're going to subtract 18 on both sides. When we do that, we get 342. So 38x equals 342. All right. Okay, remember that. This stuff over here has nothing to do with it. We're just looking at this stuff. There you go. Okay. Then we're going to divide by 38 on both sides. And we should get x equals 9. Okay. Did it ask us to find x? No, it asked us to find the measure of angle C. So we're going to go to look at measure of angle C, and we're going to plug in x into that equation. So 15 times 9 minus 1 equals, so 9 times 15 minus 1. We should get 134. So the measure of angle C should equal 134 degrees. Okay. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. If you have any further questions, please comment in the comments below.